A book about a transgender boy is now at the center of controversy at Eanes ISD. The book was read aloud to a group of fourth grade students, which sparked a negative response from some parents. CBS Austin's Gabriella Vidal explains why the backlash and the district's response to it is sparking a movement for more inclusivity in the classroom.
Its pages depict the life of a transgender boy learning about his identity at a young age.
If this resource was around when I was a kid and I had been exposed to this, it would have been life-changing.
But the children's book, Call Me Max, hasn't been as well received by some Eanes ISD families after a teacher at Forest Trail Elementary shared the book with fourth grade students.
We had some parents then came to us and said, why was this shown? Is this in your curriculum? Where is this in your curriculum? It wasn't.
Some parents telling the district the decision to share the material was inappropriate.
It is absolutely age appropriate for children at that age to be having those discussions. It was alarming to hear the way the other adults in the community were reacting.
Eanes ISD parents like YVONNE Adams have since taken a stand in support of the book and LGBTQ families who may be feeling marginalized because of the negative reaction from parents and the district's response, which stated in part that the material was not, quote, appropriately reviewed by the district.
The teacher introduced it, and it wasn't under a locally adopted curriculum. We hadn't gotten there yet.
Superintendent Tom Leonard says the district has been working with a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant over the last 8 months to cultivate a more inclusive community at Eanes ISD. With that is a goal to establish a more inclusive and diverse curriculum. But Leonard says the district has not reached that point in the process.
We know it is critically important that we meet children's needs. But that doesn't mean, just because it's critical that we meet those needs, that we don't have another responsibility to thoughtfully review our curriculum and partner with parents. They're not mutually exclusive.
I think the argument that the school district has made and that some parents are making is a dodge.
Joe Ivester says the controversy hits close to home, as her son Jeremy discovered he was transgender while he was a student at Eanes ISD.
I think it's absolutely appropriate that kids are allowed to see, and it's not something taboo. And I think 5-year-old me could have heard that story and said, that's me.
Jeremy hopes the district sees that children discovering their own identity today need stories like Call Me Max. A community group of parents called Eanes for Equity has since created a petition calling for all children to feel safe and supported by the district.
So while this isn't part of the curriculum, it's part of what we as a district, Eanes as a district, says that they teach, which is social emotional learning and how you treat one another and how we accept one another and how every child is accepted and seen.
Gabriella Vidal, CBS Austin News.